I can't be the only one who gets so annoyed and frustrated with myself when I feel like I'm not being my most productive, or if I'm not feeling energized or motivated, especially during summertime. Like literally, isn't that so annoying? Well, not this summer, people. Not this season ever. Anytime, any season you're watching this. We're putting a stop to it. So I got to thinking and I put together some tips of what I do when I feel like I'm not there, when I'm not feeling my most productive or energized or just kind of in a rut or in some sort of transition phase. And I'm gonna share them with you guys today. In this video, we're getting our lives together. You and me. So what are we doing? We're gonna clean out our room for summer and declutter the space because we wanna have a productive summer. And in order to do that, we wanna make sure that our space around us and we internally are feeling really, really good. How are we gonna do this? Sell our clothes, donating items, just getting unnecessary things out of the way so that way they're not deviating and distracting our attention and our energy. Okay, I'm way too excited, so let's go. When we talk about getting our lives together, we want to make sure that we're focusing on kind of two different ways, mentally and physically. Mentally encompasses all of like feeling motivated and energized and productive in that sense, but then physically talks about like the space around us. So as far as decluttering sort of inwardly or internally, that's really serving myself and being mindful of my health through working out, fueling my body, and trying my best to treat it well. I've recently been trying intermittent fasting. For those of you who don't know, shortly, it's just like eating only between like a certain span of the day. From what I've read and kind of research is that people can like take that span of time and like shift it. Going along with what I'm eating day to day, I tend to really like a bigger breakfast. There are times that I definitely shift and deviate from this. It just really depends on the day, but overall it's kind of like that idea of like a bigger breakfast and then try to have a couple of healthy snacks like fruit or a smoothie throughout the day, and then like a lighter dinner towards the end of the day. I feel like in the grand scheme of things, all of these things that I mentioned really aren't that big of changes. They're just like a series of small changes, and when combined, I feel like they really let me fall into my most naturally energized state so that I can make the most of each day and feel the most motivated and the most productive and just be on my game, you know what I mean? So that's a lot of what I do to declutter my life internally, but in terms of physical space, I honestly like to break everything down and essentially start from scratch. So the very first thing that I do, pick up trash, things that you automatically see and you're like, okay, don't need that. That doesn't need to be in my room. Let's get it out. Clear everything off the floor. Put away clothes that you've been just leaving in that chair that you have in the corner of your room. Doing that kind of stuff is where I like to start. From where I'm from, idea what this little corner is, why it's important, why it's in my room, but we're taking care of this right now. Love that. So y'all can see behind me that this is my next task, clearing off this bookshelf. When I move to my next place for senior year, I do not want to have this bookshelf, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out of stuff to put here. But I guess right now, like I still have stuff that like belongs on here. Like I don't have another place to necessarily put them, so I can't get rid of this bookshelf yet, but I want to get rid of a lot of the stuff that I don't plan on taking with me to my new house, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna do some major cleaning out of this, and then there in this last cube right here, we'll talk about it. So this cube right behind me has a bunch of clothes, along with the pile that's right here next to me. Has a bunch of clothes that I'm either selling or donating, but let's go ahead and clear this whole bookshelf out. I feel like this is gonna make a really big difference in my room once it's kind of all cleared out and whatnot. We'll see what we come up with. So this is the bookshelf. This didn't end up looking bad enough for me to want to move it, so yeah, but she looks significantly better. Way less cluttery. And then I went through those too, you guys saw, and then I have my camera stuff, my laptop charger, the Polaroid that I don't use because I don't have film, and then, you know, self-explanatory things. So I've gotten pretty far with all my progress. I feel so much better already. There's only a couple more things to do. Clean up, sweep, and do stuff like that.
Wherever you are, I'm sure there's some major paths.
Okay, now we're pretty physically decluttered, but I feel like there's still more to do to get back to your internal self. When I clean and I like declutter everything and I'm like reorganized and stuff like that, I'm so much more motivated to spend time with myself in this phase. So it's kind of like when you declutter everything and reset everything physically, you're kind of giving that reset to yourself internally, but also you have this new functional space around you and you're gonna be functional too. So when I'm feeling nice and functional and energized and really just like getting into my flow of things, that's when my creativity comes out. For me overall, I feel really productive whenever I'm able to get my ideas onto something that I can physically hold and see. It's really helpful for me to be able to like organize those thoughts and everything that I have buzzing around in my head. And now we all have buzzing around in our heads. So guys, hopefully this video helped you out if you were feeling a little bit stuck. You needed a change, but you didn't quite know where to start. Hopefully you have a little bit more direction or just something fun from this video, because I had a lot of fun getting my life literally back together. We needed it, especially in between seasons, like in between summer and fall, or the season that we're in right now between spring and summer are really good reset times. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you vibe, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you all back on my channel for my next video. Bye.